This is video number 3 in the How to Turn ChatGPT into Your Marketing Manager mini course, and I have already shown you a number of details within the ChatGPT. I will focus a little more in this particular video on how to go about exploring these areas with your project section in ChatGPT. So let's just jump into ChatGPT very briefly. I have shared here with you that you have 2 areas. You have got your custom GPTs you can create, and you have projects. In my practical discovery and working here, I found that using the project section allows a really great way of having a number of chats all in relation to that particular project. So for example, I created my membership model, target audience analysis, and the membership promise in this particular project. That's all I needed at that time. When I felt that was the output was exactly what I wanted, then I asked the project to create a knowledge base file, and then that knowledge base file was created in such a way that I can use it inside this GPT, this custom GPT, where it guides the custom GPT over and over and over again to use those knowledge base files, to draw on those for the work I want to do. And I use this one here for article and content, post-content writing. Now, are my articles sometimes fairly long? Yes, there's a very good reason for that. AI in general likes to have a kind of a summary at the top of an article. It likes the article mapped out with clear segment headlines, so segmented by titles for each segment, and a summary at the bottom, or final thoughts as it uses it. Now, in order to create authority for yourself, the AI does draw on a lot of information, and the more you can create. So your articles, and you can research this yourself by asking, for example, your GPT within a project, ask it these questions. How long should an article, how long should a post on LinkedIn, how long should a newsletter on LinkedIn, how long should a article on my website, or a post type article on my website be, so that AI in general can pick up my authority standing in my area of expertise, and it will give you some information. The information I got was that you do need 800 to 1200 words. So that is pretty long, but it allows for that specific way that AI picks information out of content. Now, do explore this for yourself. You may come up with other numbers there, so follow the guide, whatever your GPT or your research tool that you'll use comes up with. And so once you have that number, then you could create a knowledge file around it, and you could make sure that you, for example, train, let's say you train your project, you train it in a particular chat around how you want it to write for you. I use the 5-point writing structure, and I like to open with a question or something related to what the people, the target audience I have, what they are thinking about, what they are talking about, and then lead it in. Now, you can obviously always edit those articles, that content, but it's really useful to create a article style, a content style in your voice. Now, mine knows by now in Sigrid's voice, and it tells me that it needs to be relatable, natural, that it also has to have SEO and AIEO searchability. So all of those things are components that I have explored within the project. That's what I've discovered. It really works there well. And then I have transferred knowledge base files into the actual GPT when I set that up. So let's just go again. When you are looking at setting up a GPT for as your marketing team member, manager, whatever you want to call it, before you set up your custom GPT, with the knowledge that I have at this point in time, I would say use the project and go through a set of areas as your chats that you really dig into and explore, so that you get some output that really resonates with you. And I would definitely say keep at it. If there's output coming that's not the way you want it, then your input wasn't a way that the GPT understood you. It does understand natural language. However, it may misunderstand what you mean in some cases. So I've certainly had some really great success with it. And I have at this point in time a number of projects here, and keep working in it and dig deeper and deeper in it. Now, if I want to have more chats here, certainly I can. And if I decide that I'm done with a chat in this area, you can certainly completely delete them. Now, what you also can do, if you already have chats over here created without a project, without a custom GPT, you can actually bring chats from here into a project. And I will guide you again to the help areas, the information areas. It tells you there more easily probably than my wording would do it. So I will make sure that you get the URL to find these pages and then be able to click through into other areas from here. Also, always keep in mind there is constantly changes and updates happening. So by the time you see this, some of this might already look different in yours. And if you have a non-paid version, mine is a paid version here. It's just a standard plus version, so it's not a high-end enterprise or anything like that. There are more features. The main difference of features with ChatGPT, as far as I have read online about it, is that you can put more documentation into individual chats, into individual projects, and into individually your custom GPT. And what you can also do, of course, with a custom GPT, you can share the link, and you can create it in such a way that when you go into it, and I'll show you what that looks like with the career coach Jane Jackson's GPT in the next video, so that we keep it nice and short for you, really easy to follow and then take action on each of the videos. So I'll see you in the next video.